Hey, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In today's one, we're going to be going over the Null Composure, which is the new Pinnacle fusion rifle Bungie has just introduced in Season 14. Now, it's been quite a while since we've gotten a fusion rifle with reservoir burst, which is what this fusion rifle has on it. The last one I believe that came around with it was a loaded question, and it definitely was a community favorite. A lot of people did enjoy it. It made them actually enjoy fusion rifles, considering that they're not really meta in any way, shape, or form. But after having this weapon now for almost a day, I can definitely say it's an S tier weapon. It's definitely worth your time to go chase. The requirements to get it are actually a little tedious. I mean, I wouldn't say tedious. They're just they're lengthy, rather, is the better way to put it. It will take you a little bit of grinding to get it. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. So the quickest way to actually get this weapon is actually in the Crucible playlist, and the reason for that is because in the Crucible playlist you can just cycle through game modes very quickly. And this week specifically we have Team Scorched, which is a very quick game mode to play. So basically the best way to get it is you want to just be using a stasis subclass and then just be playing Team Scorched. The reason for that is because when you're wearing a stasis subclass you have increased progression, as well as also getting solar final blows, and the Scorch cannons in that game mode actually do solar damage. So basically you're kind of killing two birds with one stone and just rapidly progressing towards the quest completion. So definitely Team Scorch with a stasis subclass is the quickest way to actually obtain this weapon, and definitely jump in there. And there's also a seasonal challenge for it as well. Alright, so now let's get into the weapon perks and everything that you need to know about it. So to start off with, for the barrel it's got a fluted barrel. For the mag it's got a projection fuse. For the first slot we have Feeding Frenzy and Heating Up. And for the second slot we have Reservoir Burst and High Impact Reserves. I would definitely recommend Feeding Frenzy and Reservoir Burst for PvE, and then Heating Up and High Impact Reserves for PvP. It has a range masterwork, giving it really good range for fusion, and a major spec is what I recommend slapping for the mod on it. If not, you could use a boss spec, but I definitely recommend a major spec on it. And overall, definitely a really solid rapid fire frame fusion. So the main thing with this fusion rifle is you want to try to reload basically after every kill you get with it, to make sure the mag is topped off, so reservoir burst is proccing in PvE. In PvP, high impact reserves are actually going to benefit you quite often, because you're going to only be having like the last half of your magazine. It holds 8 in the mag, so obviously without backup mag. But yeah, in PvP you're constantly going to be benefiting from high impact reserves. But in PvE, if you're using the Feeding Frenzy Reservoir Burst combination, you definitely want to be reloading as much as possible. The loaded question used to have auto loading holster, so I made it really easy because you could just shoot, stow it, and then pull it back out and it'd be ready to go. But this one does not have that. It has a slight nerf, so basically you're going to be wanting to run Feeding Frenzy on it for that reason. If you run a fusion rifle loader on it, as well as at least having one-time stack of Feeding Frenzy, it'll definitely reload pretty quick. But yeah, you just gotta make sure that if you want to benefit from killing like a huge pile of trash ads, you definitely want to be reloading after every shot you take with it. But sometimes if you just want to like melt down a major or something, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do. But overall, the rapid fire frame on it makes it really enjoyable. So one more thing I want to throw in real quick too is that once you actually obtain the weapon from Banshee and complete the quest, you can then go around to all the vendors in the tower. So you got Drifter, Zavala, and Shax, and you can grab 3 unique quests for them. And once you complete all these quests, you will be granted an individual ornament for the weapon, just like the grenade launcher from last season. So just to recap one last time, the quickest way to actually get the weapon is definitely playing Team Scorched in the Crucible with a stasis subclass equipped. That'll definitely allow you to complete the quest as soon as possible. However, if Crucible is not your cup of tea and you don't want to actually go about that way of doing the quest, you could just definitely grind strikes. Also make sure you're running a stasis subclass while you're doing that, and then just use any solar weapon like a sunshot or something like that to help progress the quest as fast as possible. Strikes will obviously probably take a little longer than Team Scorched, but you know, it'll be a more chill approach. But yeah, just definitely make sure you're running a stasis subclass and using a solar weapon. And yeah, definitely recommend grinding for this with Bungie. recently buffing fusion rifles, this is definitely a really good time to grab this weapon. It's definitely an S tier weapon, and with the buff to fusions overall, it's definitely worth your time. So that is gonna do it for me today, guys. I hope you did enjoy the video and found it useful or entertaining. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me. If you did enjoy, be sure to like, comment, and consider subscribing to the channel if you want to stay up to date with my latest videos. And that's gonna do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.